North Country Outdoors Radio.
Hey, hi everybody, Kurt Quinnell, heading back out on Lake of the Woods with this week's video and report. I gotta tell you something, and I'm kind of an old guy now, and I haven't ever seen a stable weather pattern like this in January. January has been beautiful. It hasn't been cold, it hasn't snowed, nothing's changed, there's been no wind to speak of. And you would think with a stable weather pattern like that, the fish should be jumping out of the holes trying to get in our buckets. Well, that hasn't been the case. Now, I haven't given up hope by any stretch, because any day now, it could certainly happen. Now, this is going to be a big week for me. I'm heading out to the usual spot, and if they're not there today, I'm going to think about making some big moves. Now, where I'm fishing year in and year out, we can pretty much stay and fish that area till heck into February, late February, and it's still pretty darn good in there. Well, the nice fish are gone, and the little fish are kind of disappearing in here. It hasn't been busy. The road at Long Point here, open for wheelhouses, was this weekend, was the first of them, and we're mid-January now. All right, the road was a little bit late getting started, and well, here's one good reason why. 3 weeks ago, I had 17 inches of ice out where my fish house is. I measured it yesterday, and it's 17 inches of ice. There's been no new ice made in 3 weeks, at least 3 weeks. So I'm not complaining. I'm not saying, gee, the end is near, but something's going to happen here this week. We're either going to start catching fish where we are, or we're going to make a big move. And I'm just hoping to gosh we can catch fish where I am. So I'm going to get out to the house. Hey, it's not even 8 o'clock yet, and it's pretty doggone daylight out. From Long Point area, where it's been busy, but this isn't a busy area of the lake by any stretch. And I said the wheelhouse just showed up this week. So it's Tuesday, heading for midweek. We're going to see if the bite's picking up a little bit. Let me get set up, and we'll pick it up from there, all right? Here's one more thing. I'm on a groomed trail, all right? You know, my track machine, so you're not on the road. I'm on a groomed trail, and it is rough. And we're dragging this trail and grooming it, heck, 2-3 times a week. It's rough because there's been no new snow. This is, we're down to hard pack on this groomed trail here. You just got to go slow, which we go slow anyway. But when the nicest weather you can imagine for January comes along, even that causes some problems. It's a rough, slow ride out to the fish house. All right, here we are. Let me show you something. It's just been warm. These days I can shut the furnace off, the heat off in the fish house, and the holes don't even freeze over. Let me get some light on here for you. And if they do freeze over, there's just a little bit of a skim on them. Let me show you this here. Okay, here's my holes from yesterday. Look at that. That's what I got from yesterday. So, pretty easy to come out and get fishing, huh? Got him. Got him. Got him. Boy, it's a nice one, too. How about that? 8:31. I've been fishing since about 8:15. This is a nice fish. Come on, baby. There it is. There it is. First fish of the day, the missing link. These fish haven't been around here for a week for me. Gosh, this was 17 inches. But now that I've said that, I'm still going to measure it because I'm pretty bad at that, but I'm thinking I'm right. 16.5 incher. Boy, oh boy. This fish just marched right onto the screen and bit right away, didn't mess around. This is pretty awesome. Comes another one, but this one isn't as nice as the other one was. But oh heck, this is a sauger, and I'm thinking that this might be 14 inches. I'm thinking probably 13. I'll measure him. Boy, they're aggressive today. 14-inch sauger. I haven't kept any fish for a while, so I'm on a supper around here today. This is nice. I'm going to try something new here. We give her the report while we're watching the Mega Live. Here's my jig on my left hand. There's the jig on my right hand. So you watch later you're around. Let me know if something happens, all right? Fishing hasn't been very good. Now, if you're looking online, especially if you're following Facebook, you're going to see some pretty nice fish being caught here and there. And it seems like an overabundance of big burbot this year. Well, thank goodness for them. But the weather has been so stable, and it's not getting cold, and there's not any wind, and there's not any snow, and there's no change. Every 4 or 5 days, you get a half a day of sunshine. Other than that, it's gloomy. The skies are low. And none of that should necessarily be real bad for fishing. You want stable weather. That's a huge key to fishing is stable weather, and it's been as stable as it can be. So for whatever reason, and I'm not going to chalk this up to, so busy, so many fishermen, because here, the road just opened this weekend for wheelhouse. Before this, there was not a wheelhouse to be seen out here. And this weekend wasn't as busy as I thought it might be because the road is just opening. So for the weeks leading up to that, there was trails and there were people out with snowmobiles and rangers and track machines and the like around, but that's not huge, busy fishing. And the nice keeper fish like the one I got earlier just seemed to fade away, and you got more and more of the little fish as time went by. I've got another fish coming in here. Then I get out of there this morning, and the first fish is a nice 16.5-incher. Yes, sir. Every day, even during the smallest of small fish onslaught, you get a couple of chances at a nice fish. Yesterday possibly was the worst day of fishing I've had all winter. But at about 1:45 in the afternoon, 1:45 in the afternoon, I set the hook, and it was a nice fish. I had him on for 3 seconds, then he was gone. But there was my chance. I had that chance. And now this morning I had the chance. I capitalized on it. See if we can make that happen again. What do you do when it's slow like this? Well, fishing logic, if you're reading the fishing magazines and watching the YouTube videos, they're going to say when fishing gets tough, go smaller. And I've got these tiny, tiny little tungsten jigs now that fall to the bottom like a champ in this deeper water, and it's very good. I probably could have had a big rattle bait on one and a jig on the other, and they probably would have had about the same thing. You got to have the fish around from the bite, and they got to be anxious to bite. They've got to be fairly aggressive, and that just hasn't been the case. It doesn't matter if it's been terrible the last week, if it's been terrible the last 2 weeks. That doesn't mean it's going to be terrible tomorrow. There's the great fisherman positive attitude. But I come out here every day and say this is going to be it. You know, we're gonna get them this time. Keep your lines in the water, do things right, pay attention, watch your electronics, and if fish are around to possibly bite, then they will. That's the report. This isn't too bad. I think it's going to keep. Well, another sauger that's close to 14. Let's just see. Well, he was nice. He came charging right up and bit. Like you have to. This fish is twice as big as most of the fish I've caught the last 4 times up. He might be a little small. Yeah, heck. He's not quite 13, not quite 14. Off you go, buddy. Make a switch here. I had 2 little baits down there. the old saying is, if what you're doing ain't working and you're doing it right, do just the opposite. So I am putting on this rattle bait. Back from the depths of Lake of the Woods, where it spent a week and 2 days, hooked onto a 12-inch sauger along with the rest of the rod and reel, which I got all back just a couple of days ago. And that's a great story if you haven't heard it. But I think almost everyone's heard it by now, so I won't drag you through it again. But this rattle bait's going down. This is a lot of action. I'm not going to move it around a lot until I see something coming after it, but I'm doing something different right now. Really aggressive fish that I thought was going to be a nice one. Let's see what they are. Look at this guy. All right. Yep. I've had 4 like this on. And these aren't trophies by any stretch, but these are nice bucket fish. This is going to be another 15-inch walleye. Fat, nice, thick, good-looking, healthy fish. And these are the ones that haven't been here for a while. And I've had, heck, 4 of these on today. That is a 15-inch, just 15-inch walleye. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here in a little bit, but that's the report for this week. Fishing is a little better. A little better. It's back to about a couple of weeks ago, and I'd fish through in the morning, and I'd keep 2 or 3. Well, I've got 4 this morning that I've kept, and a bunch of little ones. Hey, we had a shot at a whopper today. I'm not sure if I'm going to go exploring or not yet. I can hang in here where I've got holes drilled, you know, and keep fishing here. But I might get out. It's going to be nice. A good time to get out and do some exploring. I'll try that, and I'll let you know what's going up here on Lake of the Woods every week on these reports. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope there's something here that was helpful to you. Subscribe to the Kurt Quinnell YouTube channel if you haven't already done that. And if you have, great, thank you. And I'm Kurt Quinnell. I'll see you out here somewhere soon, hopefully on the ice.